Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome to another edition. Hello there. How's everybody doing? Nice to see you there. Welcome, welcome. We got Rebecca, Cheyenne Gayhart, Kelly Lewis, Moon at Noon. Hello there. Lorna Nickel, Tammy Johnson, Samantha, Trista Howard, New Orleans Paranormal. Welcome. And Tammy Johnson. Everybody's starting to come in. So come on in. And Lulu, hello there. Jennifer, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful. Val, nice to see you. Catherine Gain, she's getting ready to come in here.
Val?
And don't forget, everybody, this edition is brought to you by, yes, USCCA. If you are a concealed carry holder, they have partnered up with Bigfoot Outlaw. Now, all you got to do is drop in the comments and hit the link up, and you get your free concealed carry laws nationwide. Thank you, USCCA, for partnering up with us. Great sponsorship. So, you know what? I am so glad to have you back.
Oh, thank you. It's
so
good
where
to
have you been?
I have been in a place called Xcaret, Mexico for a week. Jungle Eco Park with animals in your resort. It was fabulous.
Round of applause for everybody. So yeah, it was nice to have you back. So everybody's like, when's the crime show going to come back? I'm like, Jennifer. When Jennifer comes back, we will resume. Roger Blair, welcome. Virgil Kane, Gene Hudson, Lulu, everybody. Round of applause for you all. So yeah, interesting. So Jennifer actually picked up this case last night, and very interesting case. Very interesting. So I'll let you start it off.
Sure. So it's funny. It's just this. I'm like, okay, let's just search for something random. And I end up finding this case from January 25th, 2022, missing persons in Northwest Arkansas, which is where I used to live for a long time. So it's kind of interesting. The guy's name is Jason Lierl, but if you want, I can go ahead and play the little news article, the news presentation for it.
Yeah, that'd be great. Awesome.
And by the way, thank you everyone for welcoming me back home. I appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely. We did miss you, and everybody's like, the pulse. I had to do one episode without you. People were going nuts.
Aww.
Yes, and it was not the same. So.
Aww. All right, let's full screen this. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready, and checking my audio settings here, and action.
For many of you at home, asking about his case. Jason's family also searching for answers, hoping to bring the father of two home.
Sweet Sarah. This is your brother Jason.
It was Jason and I that grew up together.
I heard you were turning 14 today. Congratulations, I love you.
Sarah Wood and her brother, Jason Lierl, haven't spoken to each other since late January.
The last text messages that I received from him, I almost wondered if they even really came from Jason.
Jason hasn't been seen or heard from since.
There are so many people who have given up that hope.
But you certainly have not.
No, because I don't know what my life's going to look like without Jason.
Madison County Sheriff's Deputy Stephen Brown is tasked with retracing Jason's last steps. He says Jason's belongings have been found all over NWA, including keys, a car, and a motorcycle.
We had to go back and kind of figure out who he knew and who knew him and go from there and see what they know.
The car found parked outside of the Northwest Arkansas Mall in Fayetteville. Police searched it in early February.
They were things of evidentiary, interest that were found. Some of those things were sent to the Arkansas State Crime Lab, and we're kind of waiting results on some of those things.
Sarah and her family stood just feet away, watching the search unfold, holding their breath.
What if our brother is in the trunk of this car?
But no Jason. His motorcycle parked outside of an acquaintance's house near Clifty in Madison County.
My brother would say that they were friends. How good of friends? I don't know that that's really easy to determine.
Jason's acquaintances that he was last believed to be with, it's a tight circle of people, but they have a wide footprint.
Sarah says Jason battled drug addiction. She and her son, Brendan, Jason's nephew, fear he relapsed around the time he disappeared.
Throughout the month of January, he came upon some very dark times, and unfortunately, I think he turned back to some things that, were in Madison County, just some people that perhaps maybe shouldn't have been around.
Sarah turned to social media for help. A page made to spread awareness about her brother's disappearance quickly attracted thousands of followers and several theories about what may have happened.
The stories that I've heard from so many different people about my brother's disappearance have been so off the wall that, they're just crazy. They do not make any sense.
We have a lot of information to go through.
The sheriff's office says one of Jason's friends reported he was last seen walking down a road in the Shauna's Corner area. Brown says their focus is on rural northwestern Madison County. The most recent search just a few weeks ago.
A big city, you have a lot of people, typically. A lot of people, there's a lot of eyes. A lot of eyes, you get more information. Out here in the county, it's not like that.
As the investigation continues, Sarah and her family are once again left holding their breath.
We don't know whether it's time to mourn or if it's, or if we should have hope that he's going to come back.
Every day, waiting by the phone.
He's a great brother. He's a great father, and he deserves to be found.
Give me a call back whenever you wake up. I love you. Bye.
The sheriff's office says it has several persons of interest. It's also still waiting for results from the crime lab, which investigators say could take years. Sarah is offering a $10,000 reward for anyone who finds Jason. If you have any information as to where Jason could be, call the Madison County Sheriff's Office at the number on your screen. In studio, Crystal Martinez, Fox 24 News.
Well, that is inaccurate. It does not take years. All right. So we'll clear
There's
up
a few
that.
things I want your opinion on, including that. That was
Okay.
another. There's a couple of phrases that sheriff used.
All right. So before we go any further, we do have to say this is for entertainment purposes only. All parties are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. And also, just to make sure, we did not do our disclosure. See, I got out of my thing. So bam!
Oh, there you go.
I got all the habits not being the routine. There we go. So yes, all right. Now we can talk. There we go.
So are you going to, do you have the article? I've got questions about that with that.
Go ahead.
Sheriff's.
So let's go over the facts first. Let's cover the facts of the case. Now, while you're doing that, I'm going to play, ladies and gentlemen, I have a video, a TikTok video. I cannot play the audio while she is talking because it's got some really good Johnny Cash music with it that the family has put together. However, I'm going to play it while Jennifer is talking. Very nice. So while it's playing, Jennifer can talk. Just shows a little bit about him. Hello, Tim Gayhart. Welcome to the show.
Disappeared January 25th, 2022 is last time. He today would be about 44 years old. He's originally from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Right.
They said that there's actually 4 places of interest that they were looking for some of his things. Fayetteville, Arkansas, which is where the university is. Benton County, Arkansas. So for those of you who shop at Walmart, that's their home office. Madison County, Arkansas, which is the county directly to the east of both Washington, which is Fayetteville and Benton County. And then Eagle Rock, Missouri, which is north of that same area of Madison County in Missouri. So if you know what the area called Chain of Lakes, if you watch the show Ozark, that's the area they were trying to depict, even though they didn't film there. So it's like, okay, so he was living with his sister at the time of disappearance.
Okay.
But he has a wife, he has children.
Okay, we see that in the pictures.
So, and they said that he started to go through dark times in that January. So what can we infer? I mean, they split, they were taking a break. What? Because you really don't hear. I didn't find anything from the wife.
So, all right. So let's go off the law enforcement. So evidently he had,
drug, or
yeah,
yes,
D problems,
deal with
right?
D
Yeah.
problems. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
So he had the narcotic problems. So evidently he must have relapsed. They're assuming.
Right.
So, and we know from what you said in the green room right for the show that is a area for what you saying?
We'll call it shake and bake.
Okay, and it's very. Would you say it ranked what in the nation?
The county that in Missouri that's next to where Eagle Rock is the number 2 meth shake and bake. Sorry, producing county in the entire United States.
Okay, so
That is a
when
big.
people are separated, what do they usually do? They get depressed and they usually fall back to depressants, right? Or
Yeah.
uppers, which is something that you either consume or, DOC. And if you don't know what DOC means, ladies and gentlemen, we have to use code words because we're monitored. And, but send me a message and I'll tell you what DOC means. It's of choice. And if you know what that means, then yeah, absolutely. So, hi, Catherine. Welcome to the show. I'm glad you make it. But yeah, so that tells us that much. So, okay, what's next?
So there are a couple of things that sheriff said I don't understand. You probably understand why he said it.
Sure.
When they searched the car in Northwest Arkansas Mall, that's just north of the university, on a street called College Avenue, they found things of evidentiary interest. What? Why didn't you just say evidence?
So that was puzzling, right? So anytime that you're on an investigation, you're not going to give your cards, lay them on the table. So you're going to give a little bit of information to the media to feed them, and also to the public to show that you're working on something. However, Cheyenne says, wonder why they're worried about him being in Ohio. Well, if he has ties to a certain area, and if he has ties to a certain affiliation and he falls back onto that, does he know too much? Did he get involved with the wrong crowd again? Does he owe somebody money? Where does this road go to, right? And we don't know.
Right.
I'm just saying. So,
and the people that they were calling acquaintances had a tight circle of people, but they have a wide footprint, right?
Right. Well, yeah. If they're supplying the country of DOC,
yes,
yeah, they're going to have a wide footprint in an organization of international interdiction of a supply chain. So, absolutely.
Yeah. So that says that was the direction they were taking. We ran a hotel up in that area for a bank, and we had to work with the sheriff's department in that area because that DOC was just in our hotel. I can't tell you how many times we had to call and say, hey,
right.
this is happening. I mean, that's how bad it was. So now this is rural. So this is in the Hobbs National State Park. That's what the Madison County is. This is rural. And for him to why was he walking on that road?
See, that is a question too. So when you first presented the case, right, the FBI, and this is interesting. The FBI put how much out?
30,000.
30,000 on his head. Now, when I looked at one of the FBI flyers, it was a wanted poster, right? Yeah. And it said that it had to lead up to him, but it had to be what was it? Shown that it was I just told you right for the show, foul play involved.
Right.
And what do you mean foul play involved? And it also indicated that he possibly may be alive. And I was like, why would you think that? And then they found his personal belongings in 3 adjacent counties that were attached to each other. Yep. So that's where they thought maybe he possibly is alive and he's hiding. Now, if you look at the photographs that I displayed on that TikTok video, and ladies and gentlemen, that Facebook page is up and running. And
Mhm.
that, if you go to that Facebook page and join it, whoa, they are not happy with law enforcement. So I don't know why, but I kind of looked at it before the show. So
Um, yeah, I won't. I have insight to that, but I probably shouldn't say it.
yeah, right.
I,
Yeah, Gene
I will,
Hudson, you're absolutely right, Gene. Yeah, is talking about what he's hooked on. Absolutely.
um,
Yeah,
I will say that, hey, Gary, I'm not shocked they're upset. Is that a good way to put it? I'm not
yeah,
shocked they're upset.
yeah.
Not at all. Not at all. That's
So
that's not yeah. So all of that just seems interesting. I saw that article here. They said $30,000 reward for information leading to the location and recovery of Jason. Out of respect for the ongoing investigation, will continue to refrain from commenting on its substance. So he has tattoos as well. He has cross 1-11-12 on one arm, and then he has an iron cross on his, that's on his right arm, and then on his right bicep he has an iron cross as well, tattoos. So those are his
right, we
distinguished.
saw one on the TikTok video. Yes.
Yeah. So looking into other places that are unofficial sources of things like Reddit, there was someone on there with no proof. He just was on there spouting how someone contacted him a year ago, and they described in detail that he was deceased and that it was brutal and da da da. And people kind of ran, kind of lambasted him because he wouldn't name how. So there's no proof. You don't know if he's just an insensitive person trying to get attention.
Right.
No idea.
Lunatic. Right.
Right. Um, I'll be honest with you. I'll be shocked if they find him. That's in the Ozark Mountains.
Yeah, I watched the series Ozarks. I don't know if anybody else did on Netflix. They don't play.
No, and there's a lot of cliffs you can dump someone down, and they were never going to find him.
So
Never going to find him. So I would be shocked if they do. Absolutely. So, and I feel for that sister. She's and those kids.
yeah, it just doesn't add up. The evidence. Why would you say it takes years to evidence? No, it don't.
What evidence are you talking about that you're thinking that, see, okay, that might be this, that's just the beginning of statements that just wall-eyed makes the family so irritated, right?
Right.
Statements like that, because by your experience, that's not the case. So
No.
exactly what are they fermenting? You know what I mean? What are they sitting on that's going to take years?
Are they waiting for new technology to come out? I don't know.
I don't know. But you notice it just stopped, right? The information.
Yes, it did.
And everything we found was what? Short.
Yes.
Short
Yes.
paragraphs. So it sounds.
And this is what we see when we find people that has been a victim in the community that has no stature or status, no media coverage, lack of law enforcement involvement, and it just seems like it just goes away. I'm not saying that's the case, but that's probably why the Facebook group and the family members and friends are probably throwing up some flags and in some fits. I don't know. So
they got to do something because there's just nothing. I don't think that tight circle of friends with the wide footprint, I mean, how much information do you think they're getting out of them?
No. I mean, if that is a high DLC area for that kind of shake and bake, and people are like, what in the world shake and bake? It ain't pork chops, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not
not like I help my mom and dad, and I help. Not that kind.
It's not that fried chicken.
No. So, yeah, Gene, and like Gene says, it sounds like to me maybe there's some involvement with the story. It wouldn't be the first or the last time we heard that. However, there's just no telling. So I don't know.
And then you can speculate something else. If this tight circle of people with the wide footprint is distributing said DOC, would you then not, you would probably prioritize the cases and what you're willing to jeopardize one for another, don't you think?
And if they're going after the bigger fish, I mean, what do they want? Him or somebody bigger? So,
or the group, right? And that's another thing to think about too, is are they sitting on it because that's the small fish in the pond when the group is the big one. So the big bass it would be the big bass up there, big bass fishing up there. So, that's the other thing to think about too. And they're certainly going to tell the family that.
Eric's over there laughing. He goes,
I know what shake and bake means and the Iron Cross.
Oh, I didn't know there was a relationship between the two.
It could be. I'm not saying that. So we did read a disclosure. So
yeah.
I
wonder what that one. What was the tattoo I said?
The cross.
It says
the date.
Cross and the date. Yeah. I wonder what that means. 1/11/12. Cross 1/11/12.
Is that his sober date, or is that a date of a family member or friend that passed? Hey Jeff, welcome to the show.
12.
So, but once again, nobody's talking.
No. Mm-mm.
So.
No, they are not, and that's the crazy thing. So it's going to be interesting, and I'll bring up some of that other stuff I read just to see what the people next week, and I'll bring up some maps because we're going to get maps, so I'll bring up some maps of the areas so we can kind of see based on what they tell us if they're. Where they're thinking, because it's quite that's three, 4 counties if you add the one in Missouri.
Yes.
So that's quite a big area.
Let's see here. Cheyenne says, it keeps moving. Hold on. I'll catch you. Could be using as a pasty and hiding him out until you never know. A pasty. I cannot. I want to snap.
He's using a pasty. That's a different.
He's using a pasty to hide him. That did not sound good. I know. Cheyenne's like, what the hell, Grizzly?
I think that's a different show.
David says, why don't they use satellites to find people? Why, if he was a politician or judge, they would have a lot more people out there, David. So and Eric says it could be a Bible verse.
That's where I was going, Eric. That's what I was thinking to see. Is that like a Genesis, like Old Testament or something like that? Those rural sheriff's departments aren't going to have that technology for satellites. No. Just not. And even the Fayetteville FBI office, they've obviously just got limited resources. So how much are they going to, until they get some information? That's such a wide ground to cover,
Yes. And I'm trying to remember. Now, I don't know. Standing Stones will probably know if he was here. Do you remember that guy that went missing from that semi-truck? Remember, he picked up a load. He went right down the road, and his truck was in the middle of the road facing the opposite way, and he just disappeared.
Oh.
I have to look it up now. They found his body.
Oh, yeah?
Let's see here. Missing semi-driver. Yeah, I was going to give the update. I have to find it. David Schultz. So y'all remember the David Schultz case? He was in, I think it was Oklahoma. I think where Gary and Crystal was. Yeah, that's right. He's the cattle pigs. Yes. So check this out. I was you do remember that. So check this out. So the family members and some dude went out in the field right where that truck is at and found the body. Explain that. Oh, man, that has caused a ruckus in that town. And they're like, we searched that field. I mean, like not even 150 yards from his truck. They found his remains. And they were like, we searched that. They're like, no, we did. We had search dogs. We had rescue people. Yes, that's the pig driver. Yes. So, nobody looked for him. They found the second. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's crazy. So I don't know what's going to happen on that. They are like in a frenzy over that case.
Wow.
What town was that? I've got it up right here. It's David Schultz. It's I'm pulling it up now. That is in I'm sorry, Sac City, Iowa. Why I thought it was Oklahoma. But
Because we were going to cover another case today in Oklahoma.
Yeah. So here's the guy's picture. I actually got it up since I can share stuff now. All right. So, but I just want to give an update. But remember this guy? So the truck driver, yeah, they found his body. So, but it says here it says still been missing. But no, they found his body because I read the article on it last week. But they found his body out in the field. So I don't know what happened. So, yeah, this is February 15th. So, yeah, that's an old article. But anyways, yeah, so that whole people is, no, they don't know. His body's like, I don't know. I mean, what I said when I read the article is like that body was staged.
Oh, that's what I thought when you said it.
Yeah, because they had people out there looking in the field because they thought, I don't know. The body was staged. It had to be. They don't know what he died from.
You cannot. How hard is it to fool those dogs?
Right. Remember, because the dogs were involved and the dogs lost the scent. So. And
they lost the scent, which means what? Picked up.
Rebecca, they are not talking. The family and everybody is up in an uproar. They did not release any description on the remains of the body, the condition, or anything. Welcome, Rita. And yeah, I mean, because when I read the article, I was like, I'm trying to keep up with stuff like that. You can put keywords on Google and stuff, will flag you.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was like, ooh, yeah. So, yeah.
Jeez.
But Tammy Johnson says that the dog lost the scent definitely was picked up. I know, Tammy. I know. She's the dog person. She does canine stuff. She does search and rescue and recovers remains. Yes, she knows. So, but because law enforcement, the authorities, and everybody's like, we searched the area not once, but twice. And they're like, and I was like, how did the family, I think it was the family and somebody. And I'm like, why did you go back out there?
Exactly. Right? Yeah.
So, and I was like, if I was law enforcement, I'd be in the room with some duct tape and a flashlight. Like, that's in the 60s, right? Anyways, that was in Iowa, Sac City, Iowa. We covered that case. If you go back to our YouTube channel and look under the True Crimes tab, the article or YouTube videos in there. The truck went to pick up the pigs and the truck was facing the wrong way and the driver was gone. So, yes, I don't know.
That's crazy.
The pigs were still in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Because people are like driving around the truck. I'm like, where's the pigs in there for? So
I'm surprised someone didn't take those pigs. That's worth some cash.
I don't know. I know. Then I got remember that Harlan County guy that went missing? I can't remember his name, but somebody called me up like, we need to talk. And I don't know. So I went to call him back, man. They defriended me on Facebook and retracted all their messages. I'm like, what the hell?
Was that from the last case?
And one of the cases. They're like, I don't want to text. I don't want to message. We need to talk. And next thing you know, I forgot about it and I went to go back and talk. And they're just like gone. Like they fell off the face of the earth. And I contacted the media that contacted me to contact the person that contacted us to do the case.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh no. And I'm like, well, go find out if they're alive. I mean, I don't want somebody knocking off people and sending us cases.
Well, right.
So,
that's crazy.
But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you got any cases, send them to us. Don't be afraid. That's just what I need to tell you. But no, ladies and gentlemen, if you know any cases, send them to us. You get a hold of Jennifer. How?
For me, info@NewOrleansParanormalSociety.com, and I can type it in the comments.
Yeah, or you can email us at bigfootgrizz@gmail.com, or you can send me messages on Facebook Messenger. But yeah, let us know if you got cases in your area that you want us to look at. We're more happy to take a look at them. Yeah, the tracking dogs are amazing. I love them to death. And we'll see what we can do. We take them as an order as we go. And we want to try to help. Now, if you never watched the show before, what we do now is we'll take a picture of Jason and we will submit them to the board of people, the panel of people that has abilities. And they don't know anything about the case. And the only thing they're going to get is a picture. The next Friday, we'll bring them on one at a time. And however they do their abilities, we'll see what information they get off the picture. And we'll go from there and see how the case goes. Right. So Tammy said, just send me the info. Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't know. But I'm going to sign up on that Facebook group. And because you can look at the first few things that did they test the pigs?
What?
What do you mean test the pigs? Are you making a joke on me? Anyways, I got to check on Henry sometimes. Is just like me with the pasting. But anyway, you saw your face when I said that. You were like. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget. I was
wondering what you were watching before we came on. That's all I'm saying.
Jennifer. All right. Welcome back. We're glad to have you back, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome, Jennifer. But tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern time, we're going to talk about different alien ships in UFOs. I guess they have like the 60s models, the 70s models, just like Cadillac. Hell, I don't know. But we're going to talk about that. Yes. So it's going to be interesting. And from coast to coast around the world, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks, guys.
Coming to a YouTube channel near you.